So this has been quite a project, Ray.
Yes, it has. It's been something that's been quite different for us. It's nice to do a female figure for one thing, but it's nice to do such a strong female figure.
What's been the particular appeal?
I think it's just the story of Emily. You know, to my shame, much as I was aware of the footage and that it was a suffragette who went under the King's horse and all that, I didn't put the name with the incident. So I've learnt a lot in the process of doing this.
What stands out most?
About the sculpture or the story?
Both.
Well, I think the story, it's about her dedication to that cause, not just the King's horse with tragic end, but all of the other things that she did, the publicity stunts, some people might call them, which I suppose they were, but how that worked, and in a time when it really wasn't something that was done. As far as the sculpture goes, what stands out is the difficulty in doing the flowing dress. That was a different challenge, which I'm pleased was something different for us, and I'm quite happy with the way it's come out.
I think the point you make about all the other things that she did, you know, that she's kind of, the iconic bit is the incident at Epsom, and yet there's so much else, as you say, that she did.
Yeah.
And in a way, it's quite modern.
Yeah, that's it, exactly. I mean, like I say, at that time, it wasn't really something that was seen and done.
No.
More so now, it probably, apart from obviously going under the King's horse, but all the rest of it would be more or less run of the mill now. But then it was shocking and really extreme. So it's really nice that she's been commissioned to be captured this way.
And I think it captures her as a very alive person looking at it.
You always, I mean, I know which way I intended to come across, but it's nice when you hear the same reaction from other people. So, I mean, there's sort of certain artistic license. I very much doubt she would have been sitting in prison with her sash and hat on.
No.
But, you know, also she wouldn't have been 8 foot tall and made of steel. So there's artistic license there, and you're trying to just tell the story.
Well, you're always invoking, aren't you? It's more than just a literal thing. That's the whole point of a piece of
Well, that's the
art.
idea. I don't try and do abstract works because I don't really appreciate them so much. You want people to look at it and be able to take the accuracy from it as well as the story. When the piece is finished and she's sitting there tipping the food out of her bowl, you want people to ask, why is she doing that? That, you know, it doesn't want to be just a static pose. She's doing it for a reason, and what was that reason? So then people look into the story. So it becomes hopefully a little bit educational as well.
I think one of the things that strikes me is that she was known to be tall for a woman, certainly at that time, and very upright, and you've caught that.
Yeah, well, I want to try and sort of capture the dignity.
Yes.
That's what the idea of that pose is. I wanted her head up, not down. I wanted her quite happy in her defiance. That was the idea I was trying to get across.
Which she was.
Yeah.
I mean, she really was. And she was noted as well as having a good sense of humour. And dignity was key to the suffragettes, actually.
Yeah.
And, you know, trying to get something in front of the King, which is what she was doing, was part of that. You know, that was meant to be, you know, that's a kind of a real strong statement.
Yeah.
And at that time, it was a desperate one because
nobody was listening.
What have you discovered for yourself in this particular piece? For
me, the story of the suffragettes has been, I mean, something I was aware of, but didn't have a great deal of education about. So that has been a nice and interesting aspect to it. As far as the creation of the sculpture goes, every one is a learning curve. You're trying to sort of improve on your last one all the time. And I'm happy with a lot of aspects on this. You're never ever happy with everything. But there's a lot of things with it that I am really happy with, and hopefully people will pick up on those. Yeah, there's very few statues to notable females, and it's been a real privilege to do because of that reason.